Hi everyone, welcome to Hello Perfect TV. I'm excited to start using Google Plus on-air Hangouts. We are having our first DreamCatcher feature with founder of AK Kerani. Her name is Danielle. I'd like to introduce Danielle as soon as she figures out how to get her camera to start working.
All good.
We're new to Google Plus on air, so we're going to be working and learning while we start Hello Perfect TV. But hi Danielle, we're so excited to have you as our first Dreamcatcher.
Same here. Honored.
So tell us a little bit about AK Cranny.
Yeah, so I started knitting when I was 12 years old, and I just always really liked doing it, and I always wanted to do something with it, even when, I knew nothing about business. But then when I came to college, my freshman year, I'm a junior now, I just took an interest in business, and it fit perfectly with my idea of knitting. So I started a platform online, and after that, just started selling goods. But then I wanted some social mission, and that kind of coordinated with my uncle passing away. And he was just a very inspirational figure. He struggled with mental illness, but really overcame it even without any medication. And I really looked up to him, so I decided to dedicate this business to him and connect the theme of knitting to having therapy for any kind of mental disorder or struggle and advocating for mental health. And it all came together for me.
Yeah, I love that it's connected to you personally. And in my opinion, that takes a lot of confidence because you're really putting yourself out there, and it's not just becoming an entrepreneur and starting a company while you're still in school, which I admire as well because I know personally how hard that is. But it's really you're being very vulnerable and helping people by opening up who you are. And how did you gain that confidence to do that?
I guess that's something that I've always just, it's come naturally to me, and I've definitely struggled a lot with it because people definitely get threatened by somebody opening up and being that vulnerable. I think a lot of people are inspired by it, and that always made it worth it. But even when I had a personal blog in high school and would be very vulnerable, it would come off as threatening to some people who either are not as vulnerable or aren't familiar with that. And I think just the positive feedback I got from people who really felt represented by the struggles I was sharing, that just keeps me going because I know that not everyone feels comfortable opening up about
Yeah,
what they're struggling
definitely.
with. And for me, I kind of see myself as a leader in that way. And that's just really inspiring for me to be able to help people in that way.
Yeah, right when I found out about your company, I was very inspired and wanted to learn more about it. And you sell these handmade products that you and your team makes, correct?
Yes, yes. It's me and a few other people who also knit as well, and I found them online. And we're looking to get more people involved who also love knitting and use it as a therapy. And we're also trying to market the mission of knitting or really any art as a therapy for anxiety because it's universal. It's something that most people struggle with at some point, but still is stigmatized. So it's kind of like a whole mental health revolution that I want to be part of, and also selling fashion goods that are pretty and uniting both of them. Very
That's
much
awesome.
like
Yeah,
very much like you. I found you guys first, and I was very
yeah,
inspired.
that's true. I was really happy when you reached out to us, and we now created this great relationship. But I feel like a lot of people put anxiety with as like a mental health issue, but everyone has anxiety. It's part of stress. It's part of life.
Hmm.
And what I've recently had a lot of anxiety moving to New York by myself, graduating a week later, I'm in the real world working, and it's a lot, especially in New York City. Is like never stop. It's hustle, 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 hustle. And after now being here for 3 weeks, I've been feeling a lot of anxiety,
Hmm.
making sure I'm doing things correctly. If I mess up, like I'm responsible. It's my life now.
Yeah.
I'm in the real world. There's no one to save me. So what I've found is that helps me a lot is to know that everything happens for a reason. Because if you just think
Mm.
about that, then everything kind of like gets brushed off your shoulders.
Hmm.
It's like this is going to happen, and you might not know why it happens, or you might not find the reason out for 5 years. But there's going to be a time when you're going to connect all the dots and realize that
Mm.
if this bad event or if this thing didn't go wrong, then I would have never gotten to this point, or I would have never met this person to help me
Yeah.
meet this person who helped me further me in my career, or meet the love of my life, or whatever it might be. But we have all this anxiety, and myself included, so I've really focused on thinking that everything happens for a reason. And so I wanted to know if you had any like tactic that you deal with that helps you on a daily basis, other than knitting, of course, that you turn to.
Yeah, well, I first just want to say you're just a very inspiring figure. And I can definitely tell that, just reading your blog posts, that you really do believe that everything happens for a reason, and that really kind of carries you onwards. But, it's the same for me. And I think that underlying belief really does help me out. I think it's hard sometimes to have a balance between that and, free agency. Like, there's definitely a part of me that sometimes struggles with not letting things go, because I feel like, oh,
Right.
it happened for a reason, I'm done. Sometimes I really do have to do something and, try to overturn what seems like is my fate at the moment. But yeah, I mean, I think what I've been stressing to people lately is that mental health is just a component of several outlets that you may or may not have, whether it's your beliefs or your activities or the people around you. But I think it's really, a union of all those and how they interact together. It's not one thing, and it can't be just one thing. So, if I'm feeling bad and I go out on a run, that might help temporarily, but later it's just one outlet. If I don't pair that with, having a great circle of friends around me, or music, or knitting, or, just the will to really make a difference, then I'm not going to succeed in the same way. And I feel like that's what mental health is. It's really a holistic approach. So I kind of see all the things I do that are productive for me, and all my friends that are really caring about me, and vice versa. And, just my beliefs about the world and my hopes and dreams as working together to battle any feelings of anxiety that I might have. And, I might be prone to it more than the average person, less, I don't really know. But I do know that, just viewing my life as a holistic entity made up of several components does really help.
Yeah, definitely. I've found that, sometimes meditation and yoga might work, but then sometimes you just don't have the patience and you have to turn to music, or you have to go for a run. But yeah, I
And
guess
I
it's,
think also, like, taking risks and showing yourself that you're stronger than you think really helps. Like, you're moving to New York and just, you know, heading right on in there and taking the risk is something that might cause you a little bit of anxiety at the beginning, but will long term just really help you out. And, taking those kind of risks to show yourself that you are even stronger than you thought before, and keeping upping the ante there really helps. And it develops a good relationship with yourself, which is a lot of what mental health is. And, developing trust with yourself that you can push the limits and succeed. And, the more you trust yourself, the more healthy you'll be.
Yeah, definitely. You can't second guess your thoughts or your actions. Um,
Yeah.
you have because you are all you really have. Like you are you, and um, you need to believe in yourself in order for others to believe in you, of course. But one last question I have to ask is, what is your definition of perfect?
Yes, I'm flattered to be finally asked this question. Well, to me, perfect is that state of mind where and that state of being, really, where I'm doing what I want to be doing and I'm pursuing my dreams, and what I want, and I'm figuring that out. And when I'm happy to be in my own skin and surrounded by really exciting people who make me excited for each day. And that's really what perfect is. And it's what makes me feel just like life is perfect. And it's not, always, I can't always have that feeling, but the more I have it, the more I know how to recognize it. And it's, definitely something that can always be achieved. So,
It's an awesome feeling to strive for and to believe in.
yes. Yes,
Well,
for
we're so
sure.
happy to have you as a dream catcher on Hello Perfect, as well as now part of the Hello Perfect Days movement.
Same here.
Again, this is Hello Perfect
Yeah,
TV,
it's really a great
and
movement.
and we will be having videos posted on our YouTube channel every single Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. And make sure to follow us for all updates. Oh, that kind of got cut off the screen, but continue the conversation at Hello Perfect on Twitter, or you can find us on YouTube. That is /Hello Perfect with 2 T's. And of course, get inspired by our blog posts, see what other dream catchers we are featuring on HelloPerfect.com. And you can find more about A.K. Kerani and the products that she makes, as well as her mission on akkerani.com. So thank you again, and this is Hello Perfect TV. Thanks for tuning in.